A very good morning, Team Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this morning, let us talk about important matters. Yesterday, we saw a report which was issued by Nick Mangwana, which is right here onto the screen, where he said that Botswana's IEC was in Zimbabwe for a benchmarking mission. Let us take a look on what he said. He said a delegation from Botswana's Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, is in Zimbabwe on a benchmarking mission as that country prepares to hold its general elections this year. The Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, ZEC, will assist their Botswana counterparts on the management of electoral activities as well as the conducting of polls. So let me highlight key issues right here. Key issues are management of electoral activities as well as the conducting of polls. This is what Nick Mangwana said yesterday, vachinyora, and that prompted a party which belongs to Ian Khama, the former president of Botswana. That prompted him to actually come and stress out some issues, and he disagreed with that move of having Botswana coming to Zimbabwe to learn on how to conduct elections. Remember, Botswana is one of the countries which has been conducting free, fair, credible elections in the past, but they are coming to Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, which was discredited by SADC, kuti vazodzidza kuti ma-elections anoitwa sei. It's something else to Zimbabwe. But let us take a look on what Botswana had to say, because they responded to Nick Mangwana's utterances, and they actually denied coming to Zimbabwe to learn how elections are conducted. We need to take a look onto this from Botswana. So this is Botswana Independent Election Commission, which issued this letter, and they are actually denying such allegations, and they are saying this is therefore no benchmarking trip by IEC to Zimbabwe aimed at learning how to rig an election, as alleged in the statement. The IEC cannot and will not rig elections. So what is very important is that they explained right here in this letter that their mission to Zimbabwe was not to actually learn how to conduct elections, as alleged by Nick Mangwana. They are saying their team came to see the accreditation machine, which is in Zimbabwe, how it works. That is their own arguments, which means these are two different statements, two different events, and we do not know who is telling the truth. Is the IEC of Botswana telling the truth, or is Nick Mangwana telling the truth? We all know Kuti Masisi has been failing in Botswana, and there's a great possibility and probability that is going to lose this next election in Kuyai. And he is trying by all means to cling onto power. Remember, even South Africa is tipped kuti vauye vazodzidziswa kazvidobi-dobi zvokuti vanowina sei ma-elections through rigging. And also Botswana is following, and also several countries are actually contemplating or thinking on how to use the Zimbabwean style of rigging elections in their own countries. And Team Zimbabwe zvinonyadzisa, honestly, zvinonyadzisa. How can we have IEC or electoral commissions coming to Zimbabwe to learn anything? Because Zimbabwean elections were run through FAS. FAS was in charge of the Zimbabwean elections. So kana zvikanzi, it's now a benchmark. Kuti maitirwo akaitwa election ekuZimbabwe is now a benchmark, guys. Yekuti iwewe uri candidate, you are not allowed to talk to the electorate, you are not allowed to do the rallies, you are not allowed to do anything. Even hama dzako dzikangoonekwa pamba pako dzinotopiwa warning. If that is the benchmark, then tichaziva kuti SADC inenge yakuda kuita sei. I can tell you this, guys. What is happening right now, you will see a lot of chaos erupting in the SADC region, because not every country will get away with it the same way as NPF people are. Not in every country will get away with it. Kuchatanga chaos mnemwe nyika, and they will fail to deal with that matter. So if you take a look on how SADC Secretariat is being compromised at this moment in time, you agree that there is much pressure from Botswana to make sure that SADC Secretariat bows down to what ZANU-PF is. ZANU-PF has become a bully in the SADC region, in the entire SADC region. And the major question is, how do you say ZEC is now the benchmark of how elections are conducted? Zvinonyadzisa, hama dzangu, zvinonyadzisa. So under this justification makes zero sense. What is that you learn from commission that was discredited by almost all observer missions? You can't copy from a student who finishes last and expects to pass the exam. So and ZEC is a disgrace to our country and Southern Africa at large, a disgusting institution, corrupt, and it is a rigging fountain. Those folks have no souls. Okay. So the benchmarking with an electoral body condemned by SADC, AU, EU, among others, that what is there to copy from failures? So zvinonyadzisa hama dzangu, but this is what is happening. We'll continue to watch and see how it is going to end, and it shows kuti team rekubotswana riri kuziva the implications of this, because the team Ian Kama, they wrote a very strong statement. And remember, Ian Kama is somehow influential in the politics of Botswana as the former president, and there is a greatest possibility yekuti zvinhu zvichatadza kumira zvakanaka kuBotswana. And the major question is this cabal going to survive, or are we going to have a meaningful reform in Africa or in Southern Africa when these corrupt leaders are still in power? I do not know, guys. Let us talk in other episodes, in other broadcasts.